see this? I don't use this when I am focused on whatever task I have at hand. This is not around. Do not ever have later in your vocabulary. Do it now. Okay, like the minute it comes to your mind, write it down and make sure that it gets done. You have to mentally have that internal dialogue with yourself where you are constantly coaching yourself in order to get whatever you need to get done. Lazy and you're out of order and you're out of whack and you're not organized, you're not structured, you're not focused, you're not balanced. How is God gonna work with that? How are you gonna work with that? You know, you're doing not get too comfortable. The minute I feel like I'm getting too comfortable, I'm like, I'm not going hard enough because I'm too comfortable. I'm getting way too much sleep. I'm not doing enough. So hello you guys, welcome back to Your Level Up Guru. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. What are you waiting on? And do not forget to like, comment, and share this video and tag me on your platforms. So today we're going to be talking about how to stop procrastinating in 2024 and reach your goals. I have had so many DMs, emails, and comments of people telling me, when are you going to make a video on how to stop procrastinating? When are you going to make a video on how to reach your goals and stay focused? So this is the video for you, and this video is probably going to be one of the most important videos that I've ever put out, because these things that I'm telling you guys about right now are things that I'm practicing on a daily basis. And I'm telling you, it's not easy, okay? It's not going to be easy. But it's definitely doable if you pay attention to what I'm about to tell you. So number one, stop procrastinating. Eliminate distractions. Eliminate distractions. Do you know what the word eliminate means? Eliminate means to remove swiftly. Eliminate distractions. When you want to reach your goal in life and stop procrastinating and stop being lazy, first things first is you have to make a decision. And a lot of you guys, you're still slacking because you haven't actually decided. Once you make a decision, there's a spiritual shift. That's the power of intention. When you make a decision, an intention is in place, right? So if you want to stop being lazy, you want to reach your goals, you want to stop procrastinating, eliminate distractions. And what is the number one distraction that I see a lot of people have? This thing right here. This thing is great because it's technology, but this can ruin your life as far as distractions. Remove and eliminate distractions. You see this? I don't use this when I am focused on whatever task I have at hand. This is not around, because I know that if this is around, I'm going to be scrolling on TikTok. I'm going to be checking you guys' comments, checking you guys' emails, thinking about new things to post, scrolling on Instagram, and that is going to distract me from what I have in front of me. So you guys have to eliminate distraction. That's phones, social media, friends, family, anything that is coming into your life to distract you from what your goal and what you need to do needs to get eliminated. And honestly, nobody's going to come into your life and remove your distractions for you. You have to decide to do that. And guess what? Sometimes a new man can be a distraction. A lot of women, you guys are on your game, you're focused, you're back in school, you're handling your business. You start dating somebody, all of a sudden, all of the things that you wanted to do in your life, all of the plans and projects, things you wanted to do, got out the door once you got into a relationship. That is a distraction. I vowed to myself that I would never allow distractions in my life ever again. Because you want to know what distractions bring? Distractions bring delay. And we do not have time to be backpedaling. Sweetie, we only have time to be moving forward. So I remove distractions from my life. And other than my phone, I remove people from my life. I eliminate them from being able to contact me if they come in as a distraction. What are some examples of people who are distractions? People who bring you drama, people who bring you nonsense, people who bring baggage and issues and problems and they just want to come into your life and just suck your energy out with a straw. With a straw. Okay? That's a freaking distraction. So if you want to reach your goals, you have to eliminate whatever the distraction is, disconnect from it. Number two, stop delaying things and pushing things a day late. That is something that I used to do all the time. I would be like, you know what, I'll do that later. Yeah, I'll do that later. I'll fold the clothes later. I'll make the appointment later. Do not ever have later in your vocabulary. Do it now. Okay? Like the minute it comes to your mind, write it down and make sure that it gets done. Don't keep delaying. Like if you know that you have to make your nail appointment, don't be like, oh, it's okay, I'll make it tomorrow, because then you're gonna forget, and then you're gonna call your nail lady on Saturday morning, and then she's gonna say, I'm booked, I can't take you, and then you're gonna have to wait another week. And I'm saying that as an example because we all do this, right? We all do this, where you're like, oh, it's okay, I got that bill, I'll pay tomorrow. And then you get another letter in the mail that says you have $150 on top of the $150 you owed as a late fee because you forgot to pay it, because you said you were going to do it later. So to stop procrastinating, stop delaying things and pushing things to a later date. Do it now, or have an alarm clock planned for the next day to ensure that you do it, but do not keep delaying things. The next things is to pray for extensive focus. Okay, now I'm going to get a little bit deep on this one because this one is going to involve spirituality. You have to pray and ask God to help you focus. That's another major part on how to stop procrastinating. You have to pray and you have to ask God to help you focus. And the reason why I said this is because there are certain people who will send bad energy your way to cause you to be lazy, sluggish, and have no focus. Okay? Now remember I told you guys I'm from the island, so I know what I'm talking about. There are some very, very strange people out there who will see that you have a goal to accomplish or that you are ambitious, and they will start sending energy your way to keep you sluggish, tired, uninspired, exhausted. It's like you wake up in the morning, you've slept for 10 hours and you're still tired. You barely got anything done and you just keep wanting to nap and nap and nap. You just want to keep sleeping and you don't know why. That's called stagnant energy. That's a negative thing that's sent your way to make you sluggish so that you don't get things done. So I know this sounds extremely left field, but yes, pray to God for extensive focus and pray that God detaches any type of dark entity or dark spirit or negative force of laziness from your life, and to detach any stagnant energy from your spirit, and to remove any spirit of laziness, distraction, lack of motivation, lack of ambition, and plain right couch potato energy. Ask God to remove it. I say that prayer every day. I'm like, I hate laziness. I don't want nothing to do with laziness, and I don't want to be around lazy, sluggish people, okay? I don't want to be connected to anybody who doesn't understand the concept of hard work and who doesn't understand the concept of doing what they need to do to get to the next level. I don't want to be around lazy people because energy is transferable, okay? People can transfer that to you. That's why you got to be careful with who you're around. So pray to God for focus. Pray to God to detach and dismantle any negative stagnant energy that's not yours, or any dark energy that has been sent your way to cause you to be lazy. Pray against that. That's a big part of how to stop procrastinating in 2024. The next thing is to hold yourself hostage to a to-do list. It's so funny. I was talking to somebody about this the other day. I'm like, okay, well, what time do you write your to-do list? And she's like, to-do list? I'm like, yeah, when do you write your to-do list? She's like, I don't use a to-do list. I'm like, am I the only one that uses a to-do list? And I'm looking around at everybody. I'm like, do you use a to-do list? Do you use a to-do list? Everybody's like, girl, no. I'm like, okay. Then I called one more person and I'm like, do you have a to-do list? She's like, oh yeah, girl, I write my to-do list every morning. I'm like, you're my type of chick, okay? Honey, I need my to-do list because I need to make sure that everything that needs to get done that day gets done, okay? I'm so like a list type of person that I literally write what I'm talking about on a list because I don't want to miss good points. So if you want to stop procrastinating, please get a cute little notebook like Dollar Tree. And yes, I go to Dollar Tree. I don't know if you guys have ever been to the notebook section of Dollar Tree, but Dollar Tree has these cute little pocket notebooks, like these cute little mini notebooks in all different colors. They're like $1.10, and I usually grab the whole row when I go because I use to-do lists all the time. I use little notebooks, like my prayer journal is in a little notebook, and I take it with me everywhere I go. So if you want to stop procrastinating, have a to-do list and write down all the things that you need to accomplish for that day. And let's say you don't complete the whole list, whatever is left on the list, you can just move it on to the next morning and the next day. But make sure you have a to-do list. The next thing is ensure that you coach yourself through all you have to do. Now, what do I mean by coaching yourself? This is a big part of how to stop procrastinating and how to stop being lazy. Sometimes, you guys, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, sometimes I am tired. Like this video that you're watching right now was probably shot 2 months ago because I plan all of my content ahead of time. And I literally have sometimes where I'll shoot for a whole day from like 8 in the morning till 8 at night, and I'll shoot like 10 videos in one day and then edit them all the next day and then have them pre-scheduled to go out. So I'm tired, and there are certain days where I don't want to shoot and I want to go on a hiatus and disappear for months, but I have to coach myself and say, no girl, you can't stop. No girl, you got to shoot today. No girl, you gotta upload. No girl, you gotta work on the thumbnails. No girl. So what am I doing? I'm mentally coaching myself. So a lot of you guys, to stop procrastinating, you need to mentally keep coaching yourself and tell yourself, no, I gotta study today. I gotta go to the gym today. I gotta go out. I gotta go to the laundry room and fold those clothes. I gotta clean this room. I cannot stop. I will not stop. You have to mentally have that internal dialogue with yourself where you are constantly coaching yourself in order to get whatever you need to get done. The next thing is the last thing is to try to hit deadlines prior to due dates. So if you know you have a deadline of the 15th, make sure that certain thing is done by the 10th or the 9th or the month before. Try to beat deadlines. Don't wait till the last minute to do things. And I'm saying that because I used to be one of those people where, sweetheart, if I'm going to New York on Monday at 10 o'clock, I'm going to pack that morning at 4 in the morning, which is absolutely horrible. Okay, I used to be a last minute chick. With everything was always last minute. Like my family would always complain. They would say, you are like last minute with everything. Like, how do you live your life that way? And then as I got older, I'm like, you know what, that's not, God is a God of order. And I want to be similar to God's image in as many ways as I can. And I want to be a woman of order. And I want God to see that I'm serious about myself, I'm serious about my work, and I'm serious about my craft. And a lot of times, God does want to push you forward, and God does have more for you, but you're lazy. And you're out of order, and you're out of whack, and you're not organized, you're not structured, you're not focused, you're not balanced. How is God going to work with that? How are you going to work with that? You know, you're doing... Oops, sorry guys. Looks like okay. So yes, you're doing yourself a disservice when you procrastinate. Literally. Like, you're doing yourself a disservice when you're lazy and you don't do what you need to do. So sometimes I can honestly say when people work with me, and I always say, oh my God, I feel like I'm gonna be like a bridezilla. I'm so punctual and I don't like wasting time. Like, I'm really big when it comes to my time. I don't want to waste it, even if it's 2 minutes. Like, it needs to be done, like, right now. Like, I'm like that kind of person. And the reason why I'm like that, because I'm like that with myself. So anybody who has worked with me on a project, on a deal, hi, sorry if I was a little bitchy. I'm sorry. It's not that I'm hard to work with, meaning I'm mean. It's just that a lot of people are sluggish, and a lot of people, you know, they move slowly with everything, and I don't like that. Like, I feel like, get on it. Like, if you're told to do it, get up, go do it, get it done. Because if not, let's be honest, like, we're human. Our body doesn't want to get up and work. Our body wants to lay down and sleep and have very, very, very unhealthy foods and binge watch Netflix. Our bodies are addicted to being comfortable. We have to snap out of that. Just like what Future said, don't get too comfortable. So I apply that phrase to myself, like, do not get too comfortable. The minute I feel like I'm getting too comfortable, I'm like, I'm not going hard enough because I'm too comfortable. I'm getting way too much sleep. I'm not doing enough. So you have to adopt that mindset of not getting too comfortable if you want to focus on your goals. What's another major thing when it comes to not procrastinating? You have to hold yourself accountable. You have to hold yourself accountable if you don't want to procrastinate. Like, even now doing this video, shooting this right now, earlier today I was like, maybe I'm not going to use today as a shoot day. I don't know. I just want to like chill today. But then I'm like, you know what? No. No. I have to do it today. Like, no. I'm going to do it today. Because what's better? Posting a video that can help people and grow my brand, or sit down, lay down, and binge watch American Horror Story? Like, no. Like, I can binge watch American Horror Story when all of my videos for May and June are already pre-uploaded. Then I can probably give myself one day where I can binge watch a Netflix show and have Skinny Pop or whatever. But I need to stay focused. So you guys need to stay focused if you want to stop procrastinating. And the most important point out of everything that I've said here is to eliminate distraction, okay? There are certain people who also come into your life as a distraction. Like, there was a time I went in and I had this big project that I had to work on, and it was related to like my brand and my platforms. It's big, like I just had a spreadsheet of things that I had to put together. Like, I was coming up with a content calendar, and somebody called me, like a family member called me at 9 in the morning. Someone that I don't even communicate with like that called me with some foolishness. And then I looked at the phone and I'm like, am I gonna feed into this is I don't have time for this. This has nothing to do with my project. I literally said, listen, I gotta go. I'm sorry, I don't have time for this right now. Bloop. Went right back to the drawing board. And it's not me being rude. It's me understanding that you are a distraction. The devil is using you to come in and distract me from what I got to focus on, and I'm not falling for it. And a lot of you guys, when you get focused, that's when the distraction comes, right? When you get focused, here comes that, hey, stranger. Don't respond to those hey, stranger texts from that clown that you let go of 6 months ago. It's over. He had his chance. He blew it. It's not happening again. You have to stay focused on whatever it is that you're focused on, because distractions come in the form of two things: objects and people. And we don't have time for it. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Do not forget to watch my podcast or listen to my podcast on Spotify, The Level Up Podcast. New episodes of my podcast drops every other Friday. Do not forget to keep up with that. And don't forget to book your girl chats or your guy chats at yourlevelupguru.net, and follow me on all socials. All of my socials are in my comment section.